In the words of John Dorian, pretty sneaky death. So yesterday was a crazy day. We had like 3 meetings in a row. It was really awesome. We had an awesome time last night as well. And so today we have our friend Dulce coming over. We don't really know what the plan is. We do have another church service tonight that I'm speaking at, which is going to be amazing. Not because I'm the one speaking, but because I love being at church services. So we're going to be at that church service tonight, and we're going to spend the day with Dulce, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if she has a plan or if we're just going to hang out this morning or what we're going to do, but it's always fun. It's always exciting. It's always an adventure. So this is our friend Dulce here, and she's been our friend for a couple of years now. We met her in Panama when we were working there with YWAM, and so we're here. She's here doing a bunch of different work, and we're just spending the day with her before the church service tonight. So Dulce, after her training there in YWAM, she came back here where she's from, and she was kind of asking God what it was that he wanted to do, what her call was. And her mother actually worked together. And in the area where she is from, they actually started, it's like, ¿cómo lo dirías? Como un hogar. Bueno, podemos pasar. So we were doing the interview, and then the hood of the car flew up. Yeah, it flew up and hit the window, and we got stuck, so we're gonna try to figure it out. All right, well, here's the windshield. The hood just flew up right as we were doing the interview, and so we used a shoelace, and we're gonna drive back. We're about 10 minutes out, so we're gonna drive back, see what we do from here. So the story is that they had taken the car to get washed right before they came to pick us up. Dulce did, and the people who washed it called her right after it happened. Like right when I was there doing that video, they called her, said, "Oh, we forgot to put a screw in to the little hook that hooks the hood in place." So that whole thing was completely loose. So as we were driving down, and I was trying to do that interview with Dulce, she got a phone call like 10 seconds before. So I turned off the phone because she got that phone call. So I turned off the video to pause the interview, and like immediately, like I missed it by like 10 seconds. And the whole thing just flew up. I mean, it was like a movie, except like in the movies, everyone goes, "Ah!" That's what you would think we would did, but we didn't do that. Like immediately, Dulce just went into laser focus and pulled to the side, and I was like trying to see the side to make sure we didn't run into a ditch or something. And then that was it. Like we just stopped, and then I recorded and showed you guys that stuff. So it was a pretty awesome, kind of scary moment, but it was a pretty cool story to have now. I just feel bad for Dulce because now that window is all busted up. I'm asking her how she felt when it happened.
Me sentí asustada.
But she said she was scared.
Que no sabía qué estaba pasando.
Because she didn't know what was happening.
Pero cuando vi el parabrisas todo roto.
So when she saw the window all broken, all cracked.
Sentí que era como algo espiritual.
She thought that it was like a spiritual attack.
Porque ayer fue un culto muy bonito.
Because yesterday we had a really awesome church service.
Y hoy tuvimos un tiempo muy bonito con Dulce.
And today we had a really good time with Dulce.
Entonces era más como un ataque.
So it was like a spiritual attack. It was really a miraculous thing because we were on the highway, and Dulce had been passing different cars and stuff, trying to get weaving in and out of traffic because there were all these big semi trucks. And it happened like she finished passing a truck, and then that's whenever the thing went up. And it was really, I mean, it was miraculous because that thing went up, and we could have easily gone, hit somebody. It could have happened when we were passing somebody. It could have happened at any time. But she pulled off to the side, I mean, perfectly, handled it really well. and she didn't panic, none of us panicked. It was us. They went to take the car back to the, well, I think she's going to take it to a mechanic now because the front side of the hood is all caved in and all kinds of stuff is bent in there. It's a pretty big mess. But you know, this kind of stuff, this comes with the territory. That's why I said, you know, John Dorian said, you know, pretty sneaky death, because the reality is death is whenever. It's amazing when you're in missions. I mean, the amount of times your life gets put in danger in places like we were going to hang out somewhere, and we were actually going to go out for lunch, and you know, this crazy thing happens. Kind of goes with the territory. You know, it's like just a few months ago, this was earlier this year, back in May, we were flying from Dallas to Costa Rica, and we're in this plane. I mean, just a normal flight. It was just a one flight thing, just a couple hours, get back to Costa Rica, then we're gonna take a bus home to Panama. And as we're in this bus, we start going through turbulence. It was a smooth flight. We start going through turbulence when we're landing in San Jose, Costa Rica. And we start to go, the plane starts to descend, and then all of a sudden the plane goes back up again, which if you've ever been through that, you know that's like the worst feeling ever. So the plane starts to go back up again, and we're going through this storm in circles. You know, we take this holding pattern. It was awful, and my kids are screaming. You know, everybody's crying. People on the plane are screaming, and so it was a pretty messed up situation. So after a while, the pilot gets on, and he says, "Okay, folks, you know, we need everybody to brace themselves because the reason we're in this holding pattern is because the landing gear wouldn't come down." And because the landing gear wouldn't come down, he was like, we think it's down now, but we might be having an impact whenever we land. So he said, prepare yourselves for impact. And he said, you're gonna notice a lot of ambulances and fire trucks down on the airstrip, which basically meant that was just in case they had to pull our ashes out of the airplane rubble if we crashed, which was it was a real situation. And so it was pretty rough. And so everybody's, you know, everybody's praying at that point. Every single person on the plane is praying as we're going down. And you could see all the lights from the ambulances, all the fire departments, all that kind of stuff, the fire trucks and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, we landed smoothly. It was a safe landing and everything. Obviously, we didn't die that time. But after that, my youngest son was terrified of flying for the last several times. He was so scared of flying. But we made it through. And that kind of stuff, you know, it happens. It happens more frequently than you would think when we're in this kind of situations. So, but God is always good. He always brings us through it, and we always have an awesome story to tell. Although I didn't get the video, which was very annoying. I wish I'd gotten that video. That was an awesome moment. I'm just like, you know, we were all, you know, when that hood came up. But anyway, so we're here waiting for Dulce to get back. We're at a restaurant. We're gonna have lunch now because we don't have anywhere else to go. She's gonna come back, and then we'll see what we do from there. So Elias, how did you feel whenever the windshield flew up on the car?
I don't know, surprised.
You were surprised?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I was like, what the heck? Oh yeah.
That was your thought, what the heck?
Yeah, I know. I didn't have a thought, I was just like,
What were you feeling?
Surprised.
There you have it, folks. You were surprised.
So felt bad for Dulce because she probably has to pay a lot of money for the window and the feet. And I also feel ashamed because I'm not going to get a new shoelace for my shoe.
I mean, you feel bad?
Yeah.
Because we use your shoelace to fix the
You're
car.
they're going to use your shoelace.
My shoes don't use your shoelaces. You were the only one. You saved us all. How did you feel when the windshield went up? Or the wind thing?
Okay, there's so much. Yeah. Look at this wind and Elias. Ah, she's wind. Talk. He's over the other side.
We don't know what he's saying.
That's how you felt? Okay. Okay, we are finally back. This has been the most difficult interview ever, trying to get this done. I mean, we all almost died, and then we were at the restaurant for a while, and now we're finally back here with Dulce and then my wife Carmi. So I just want to tell you guys very quickly what the ministry is here. ¿Cómo se llama el ministerio? Okay, so this place is called the Olivo? So like the Olive Children's Home, sort of, that would kind of be what you would call it, the translation there. But basically what they have about 12 kids who come here, and whenever they're here, they get fed. They also get education. There are 4 of them that don't go to school, so they get all their education here. Others, they go like half days in school, and then they come here and they get kind of supplemental kind of education and tutoring and help. And they also cook for them here. Y ahí enseñan otro, como, ¿qué enseñan?
Valores cristianos.
Yeah, so they teach them Christian values. They teach them how to grow up in the Lord. Y como qué otro enfoque tienen aquí? So they provide like the school materials for the kids. They provide medicine, certain medicines if they need them. So basically they end up helping them all around, kind of in a holistic way. They help the families that are in need. So this is the ministry here. You know, it's really awesome what they're doing. You know, whenever Dulce came back, as I was mentioning earlier, whenever she came back from her training with YWAM, she was praying about what to do, and she felt like the Lord told her, stay in this place for this time and serve the community around you. And so her and her mother were praying about what to do, and they decided to rent this place. They just rented out of their own pocket, and then they started just doing the ministry. And that should be a real encouragement for those of us who are at home, who are called to just where we were raised. That's the word. To the people who are called to where we are raised, those people need us too. And so it's just a matter of praying and saying, God, what do you want us to do in the location that we are? And it can be as simple as just giving food to 12, 13 kids and just kind of providing some tutoring. So just pray about it, think about it. It's just something to chew on. And now finally the most difficult interview ever is over. Thank you for your time.
No es lo que a él importa. Porque si eso fuera lo más importante.
Well, that's it. Another service done. This was an awesome night. The Holy Spirit was really here. God was really moving and speaking. It was really awesome. It has been another crazy day. And we have another one coming up tomorrow. We're going to Antigua, Guatemala. We're going to go hang out with Pastor Oseas, who is behind me counseling someone. And we're going to have a lot of fun. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like it, subscribe to it, write some goofy comment below, or anything you would like to know, any kind of doctrinal stuff you want to talk about, anything you want to know about me as a human, anything you liked about this video, anything else anything more you would like to see, let me know. See you next time. There's way more adventure to come.